Be the best influencer that there is. Don't be a brand
Here's your document.
Hello, my name is Nompumelelo Thandeka Mupatlane, but you can call me Mrs. Mops Honey, and welcome to my masterclass. I'll take you through some guiding principles on how to establish your personal brand. Then I'll give you some tips and tricks about what I've picked up in the industry over the years. I've always wanted to be in the spotlight. Growing up, I used to love watching kiddies TV, and I used to pretend as if I was one of the presenters. So I said to my parents, I wanted to study drama and film, and so I studied drama and film in university. I am a business owner of a skincare company called Nala Rain. Oh, wow. I've been on many shows, The River, Adulting, The Real Housewives of Johannesburg, and of course, The Mummy Club. Not forgetting my huge social media following. I've been on social media since 2014, and I have 500,000 followers. So I didn't immediately get into television. I started out slowly on the internet, and that's how I authentically grew my following. The content I was posting was very well thought out. I love fashion, and that's what I posted a lot, and just, you know, having the soft life and just being a world traveler. And I realized that that's what a lot of my followers gravitated towards, and so I started posting more of that. Today, I'm going to teach you how to build a personal brand and be media ready. A lot of people think that you can just get out of bed and just woof, you are now a celebrity. But there's a lot more that goes into it. And I'm going to teach you step by step on how to actually do it properly. Who are you and what makes you unique? A lot of people, when they come into the industry, come in mind with somebody they love and idolize, and they try and mimic that person. But that's not what we want. We want somebody that's authentically true to themselves. There's 8 billion people in the world, and everybody is unique. Your quirky smile, your crooked teeth, your personality. We want to see that. When I first got into the reality TV space, I made that mistake of not being true to myself. And boy, oh boy, was I called out. The mask fell off. And so, because you're living your true life, you are dealing with real life issues on camera. So you have no choice but to be your true, authentic self. You know, people just wake up sometimes and just say, I want to be in the industry. But what do? The industry is so vast. Are you a director? Are you a musician? Are you an actress? Are you behind the scenes, in front of the camera? What is it that you exactly do? I do it for me, Mpumi Mops. I'd like to thank my former self for starting and meeting me halfway, because if she didn't do it, I wouldn't be here today. I do it to get out of my comfort zone, and I do it to just be truly me. I used to be a housewife, comfortable with my 3 little kids, and I was in my comfort zone for the longest time. And when the opportunity of being in the TV reality space came about, I immediately took it because I was just too comfortable and I wanted to get out of my shell. I did it for me. Why do you do it? Are you doing it because you want to be popular? Are you doing it for business connections? Or are you doing it for vibes? Because if you're doing it for vibes, that's still okay. As long as you do it to be true. Your vibe, after all, will find your tribe. What do you want to be known for? No one wants to be known for being a one-hit wonder. No, you want to sustain yourself in the industry. Being a singer, the genre of music you do. Don't be a copycat. Be true to your authentic self. I decided to post my content to being my true authentic self. I love fashion. I love the soft life. I love luxury. And I realized that the more I posted that, I had my tribe. Your vibe attracts your tribe, and they gravitated towards me. And that's how I grew my following. If you're an influencer, be the best influencer that you can be. And of course, you don't want to be a brand whore because that doesn't make sense. So if you've established yourself as this amazing fashion influencer, don't go on the left field and now be a fertilizer influencer because it doesn't make sense and it doesn't align with your brand. The people that are following you will not understand as to why are you now in fertilizer when you were once an amazing fashion icon. So just follow your North Star. You have to align with your truth and be authentic to yourself and, of course, to your brand. Establishing boundaries. No is a complete sentence. One of my boundaries is restricting access to my children because they didn't ask for this life. It's my dream to be on TV. They don't want to do that. So I respect that, and that's why I restrict access to them being on television. When a journalist comes to me for an interview, the boundaries that I set is, number one is to request questions beforehand. Number two is to have an interview in the mornings rather than in the afternoons. I want the journalist to send the questions ahead of time so that I can be prepared. And of course, I don't want to be bothered after 9 so that they can have their questions ready and I can also be prepared. I prefer to do my interviews in the morning because in the morning, that's when I have a lot of time on my hands. Usually my day gets very, very hectic from 12 upwards. So in the mornings, I have time, I can have interviews, and I can actually give you my true authentic self and my quality time. Congratulations, you now have a personal brand. Now what? A brand is something that lives in people's minds. It is the existence of you. You are the manifestation. So what now? Remember, your audience is going to be obsessed with you. This brand new shiny toy that's coming into the industry. Where does she dress? What does she eat? Where does she do her hair? All of those things you're going to figure out. Now, where do you start? Build your social media. Make sure that your social media is true to what you want to be identified for. If I were to grow my social media again over the years, this is what I would do. My first top tip is to remain consistent. Consistency is key. You have to post every single day. If you don't post, then you won't have engagement. And engagement is so important with your followers. My second tip would be to do collaborations. Engage with another influencer. Collaborate. Make sure that you guys are in tune. And my third is to please put your account on public. It's nice to have a private account, but if you're private, then people don't want to request to follow you all the time. So make your account a public account and people can just click the follow button and you have more followers. The more famous you get, those things can be sponsored. Speaking of being sponsored, how do you approach brands? Well, brands usually approach you. When you've reached a certain level, the brands will come. Trust me, they will come. And when they do, you'll be just picking and choosing as to who you do not want to be associated with. Well, with me, I started out like almost everybody in the industry. I got an agency. Be careful to get a reputable agency because there's many scammers, many fly-by-nights out there that take chances and that take your money. So get a reputable agency and start from there. What's important? Headshots. Your beautiful face is what they see first. So make sure that you get professional pictures taken, because when the client sees you, they know you're professional just by your headshots. Build your team. Having a team with you is extremely important, especially a team that has the same vision as you. A team that sees your vision on where you are going, your plans in the future. It is super important to have a great manager, a good PR person, a good agent, because those people then will guide you because they know the intricate, small details about the industry that you might miss because you're busy doing interviews and auditions. Things like signing contracts. All of those things are super important to know, and your manager or your agent will have you know and teach you about those things. Your team, your makeup artist, your hair lady, your stylist, those are the people that make you look good in front of the camera. It takes a village, honey. You don't just wake up and be fabulous. You have to have your tribe. Remember, your tribe is your vibe, so they will find you whatever you do. Well, now that you've watched my masterclass and are excited to get going, this is what I would recommend. Polish up on those looks, honey. No one wants to see an ugly duckling. And make sure that everything about you is top-notch. I wish you all the best. Go out there and be great.